I get a lot of questions through our Canadian sport fishing website through Ask Italo and also on our You Find Fish app through Ask a Pro, where people ask me what kind of fishing line should I be using. For example, if I'm trout fishing or salmon fishing, should I be using a braid or a monofilament line? Well, here's the answer. Both are good to use depending what type of trolling you're doing. On this particular reel, which is the Rapala North Coast by Rapala mooching reel, and you can see that it's loaded with monofilament line. And it's also rigged on a pretty flexible downrigger rod. Now the reason I've gone with the monofilament on this is because I want to stretch. Now this particular one is 20-pound test. So it's ideal if you're using devices that you have to connect the line to, like a line release or using a dipsy diver or even other types of divers. So especially when you're fishing off of downriggers, because sometimes all those releases or devices can actually be tough on your line. And if you use too thin of a line, eventually you're going to have problems. So the reason I like monofilament on some of the reels is because you get stretch. One of the best ones from Suffolk is called their Siege line. And it's excellent whether you're steelhead fish or whether you like the salmon and trout fish. Now you can see from this spool that the line is a green color. That's because it's almost invisible in clear water. Now the reason this is a 3,000 yard spool is because when you're reeling in large reels like this, you have to have a lot of line capacity because this will take up to 500 yards of line. You might think, well, when are you going to use all that line? Believe me, if you get a large salmon in open water, a fresh silver fish that maybe is 30 to 50 pounds or heavier, and one of the largest ones landed in BC was 84 pounds this past summer, that fish is going to spool a lot of line off.